What if I told you that a baby sentenced to death in a river became the man who brought the most powerful empire on earth to its knees, split an entire sea in half, and led millions to freedom? Long after Joseph died, everything changed in Egypt. The Israelites had grown strong, and many. A new Pharaoh rose to power, one who never knew Joseph. Fear filled his heart as he looked at God's people. They are too many, too powerful, he declared. So he enslaved them. The Israelites suffered under the burning sun, making bricks and building cities for Egypt's glory. But the harder Pharaoh pushed them down, the more they multiplied. In rage, he gave a wicked command: throw every Hebrew baby boy into the Nile River. Terror swept through the land. Mothers wept, but in this darkness, hope was about to be born. A baby in a basket. A Hebrew woman named Jochebed gave birth to a beautiful boy. For 3 months, she hid him, but when she could hide him no longer, she placed him in a waterproof basket and set him among the reeds by the Nile. Pharaoh's daughter came to bathe. She saw the basket. Inside, a baby cried. Her heart melted. She knew he was Hebrew, one of the condemned children, but she chose mercy. The baby's sister Miriam stepped forward. "Should I find someone to nurse him?" she asked. The princess agreed. Miriam brought their own mother back to care for him. When he was older, the princess adopted him and named him Moses, saying, "I drew him out of water." A slave child was now an Egyptian prince, the runaway prince. Moses grew up in the palace, but he knew he didn't belong. One day, he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. Rage exploded inside him. He killed the Egyptian and buried him in the sand. The next day, his crime was discovered. Moses fled into the wilderness of Midian, running for his life. There, he met 7 sisters at a well. Shepherds tried to drive him away, but Moses defended them. Their father, Jethro, welcomed him. Moses married one of the daughters, Zipporah, and became a shepherd. 40 years passed in the desert, the burning bush. One day, Moses saw something impossible, a bush on fire, but not burning up. He stepped closer. A voice thundered from the flames. "Take off your sandals. This is holy ground." God spoke. "I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I have seen my people suffering in Egypt. I have heard their cries, and I will deliver them. You will lead them out." Moses trembled. "Who am I to do this? What if they don't believe me?" God gave him signs. His staff became a serpent. His hand turned leprous, then healed. "Your brother Aaron will help you speak. Now go." Moses had no choice but to obey. "Let my people go." Moses and Aaron stood before Pharaoh. "Let my people go," they declared. Pharaoh laughed. "Who is your God that I should obey him?" Aaron threw down his staff. It became a serpent. Pharaoh's magicians did the same, but Aaron's serpent swallowed theirs whole. Still, Pharaoh's heart turned to stone. Then came the plagues. One after another, they struck Egypt with terrifying power. The Nile turned to blood. Frogs invaded every home. Lice crawled on everybody. Flies swarmed the land. Livestock died. Boils erupted on skin. Hail and fire rained from heaven. Locusts devoured every green thing. Darkness covered Egypt for 3 days. But in Goshen, where God's people lived, there was peace. Then came the final plague, the deadliest of all, the night of Passover. God warned, "At midnight, every firstborn son in Egypt will die, from Pharaoh's palace to the poorest home. But paint lamb's blood on your doorposts. When I see the blood, I will pass over you." That night, death swept through Egypt. Crying filled every Egyptian house. Even Pharaoh's own son died. Only the Israelites were safe. Finally, Pharaoh broke. "Take your people and go," he screamed. 600,000 men, plus women and children, marched out Egypt. Free at last. The Red Sea miracle. But Pharaoh changed his mind. He gathered his army and chased after them. The Israelites reached the Red Sea with nowhere to run. Behind them, chariots thundered closer. Fear gripped their hearts. Moses lifted his staff and prayed. Suddenly, the water split in two. Walls of water stood on both sides, and dry ground appeared in the middle. The Israelites walked through on dry land. The Egyptians charged in after them. But as soon as God's people reached safety, the waters crashed down. Pharaoh and his entire army drowned. God led them with cloud by day and fire by night. He fed them with bread from heaven. He gave them water from a rock. But their journey to the promised land took 40 years because of their disobedience. Moses climbed Mount Nebo and saw the promised land from afar. There, he died peacefully, and God himself buried him. His mission was complete. A new leader, Joshua, would take them home. Remember this: God keeps every promise. What he speaks over your life, no enemy can stop. He chose you before you were born. Walk in obedience, and he will see you through.